is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. And we are underway in Buffalo. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Brady now on first down. And he will find the open man. It's Gm1. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Again, he finds more. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
And you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff? Make plays like that.
Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw again on second down. Brady. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Again, it's Brady. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Allen off the play fake. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Allen from the gun on third down. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on third down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On first down, Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Allen going to throw. Swings this out for Hunt. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall. That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them. Being chased out. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives. So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it. Punt's better than the turnover. The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on it, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play. And they take him down. The Bills get to it. Gregory Rousseau. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's Brady. There's Tremble, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Kendricks. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 52. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right on the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. Working with 2nd and 5 now. On play action, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Man open, here is Crowder. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The kick by Bass is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, it's Hunt. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Buffalo. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it come.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. On play action, now Brady. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. This is McCaffrey on the give. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. He'll buy some time right. This one caught by Crowder. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's all like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. So after the INT, it's Brady. Escapes the sack. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Brady to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense,
You assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw is Brady. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw, Brady. That caught by Trimble. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Brady. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Again, it's Brady. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2. Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bills, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they fall to 8.